Hello everyone, Phantom here. Welcome to my Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail playthrough. If you want to see what I'm up to lately, you can find me on Twitch at the link in the description below. While you're down there, consider subscribing or liking. It helps me and my human more than you'd think. Enjoy the show. Traders of Happiness. Not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Kral, Alice, and I will speak with the merchants. Uglamat, you and Arenfell might try approaching travelers and passerby. Nali, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. The Dawn Servant's Elector? I thought you were a new face in town. You're for the right of succession, I take it. Me, I don't much care who sits the throne as long as they keep Tarl peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip excellent mezcal once their arrows and spears are flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? Joy shared, joy doubled, I say. No, thank you. Oh, right, yes, you were talking about that Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobley, could probably tell you more about it. Why is that name? Oh. Okay. My human informed me that Tobley is the name of I think a Pele or something, a similar thing from Final Fantasy X or X-2. I wasn't with him when he played those and hasn't gone back and visited them since, so I'm not really familiar, but the character seems kind of infamous. Electors? Oh yes, I've heard all about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zeralja. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers. In the thousands column, potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I began crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? No, I would not. Very well. You said you wanted to know about the Elector? I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're no supporter of Zeralja or his policies. Hello there, I'm Mablu. Did you have a question for me? Sorry, I don't know about any Electors. You should take a moment and see our prize alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but should be sure to admire them from a respectful distance. Get you close and our nervous dogs may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Tobley, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobley noticing. He knows everything that happens on his ranch. I know they're not gonna spit at me. Well, I suppose they know better than to spit at the Warrior of Light. Gotta say, when we arrived in this area, it was really dark and snowy and weird, and now it's a lot better. You really have to watch yourself around those silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal, and a stack of blankets, and then there's this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Topley is the man to talk to about the contest. Now volunteer share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Really? He's also the head rancher? Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay a visit before the others return. Never one to rest on her laurels or wait for people to rejoin. Just go, go, go. Okay. I see you, Wuklamon. I'm used to twin swords meaning a ninja jump. That's a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger should be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say I'm scared, of course. Excuse me, is one of those workers Topley? Topley? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. Can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is Topley often mentions his his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade. Who among us could? Am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal... Oops. He might let his identity slip. Yeah, so it is like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Topley a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay for everyone we think might be Topley. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great. We can meet back here to share our impressions. Topley? Yes. Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise in her entourage. Sharp instincts. Should I commence the rest discussion then? Visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. You warned the alpacas will spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movement slow and deliberate. Oh, so I'm not Topley. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. You're meant to find out yourself who Topley is. Or if an is even in the village at all. Good luck. You think I may be Topley? Hahaha, well maybe I am. All I will say is that in this village, none have very more alpacas than I. I think I know who it is. I see we're both done with our interrogations. So, who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. The diligent ranch hand. The workers went into unstable chores. I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip out the mask off our mystery ranch hand, so to speak. We know it's you, Topley. To prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Topley, head ledger of Watson Pillow, and head rancher of the family ranch. I'm also one of Galuta's chosen electors. Got it in one. Aha! A place featured in the Tudial saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust in your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time. She found you up here in Square, Tobley. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity if her bid had ended here.
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all. Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobley, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobley. That's part of the test.
You're Tobley.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawnservant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered the number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example! This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said. Ah! The little monster spat on me!
Oh, that stinks.
I can't.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley braid like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the ride, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Are you all right, Orclamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Thank you for the follow.
Oh, we certainly did.
Okay, so we gotta capture alpaca. Great. Judging by the volume of Orclamat's scream, alpaca expectoration must have a nasty odor indeed. I'm content to remain ignorant of the smell. So Rollerzah puts me in mind of Garlemald's own exalted son. Of the two, though, Xenos was undeniably more arrogant. So this is a sought-after Elector. I did say remaining calm was the key, but the same rules don't apply to wild alpacas. I had to go wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a step from me just to make sure the stench has ruined my sense of smell? Hey, I saw that look.